Anthony Hartwig here, and we are back in Columbiana. Another volleyball player profile. We're joined by another senior as well, Danica Hallis. Danica, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, senior year, the first question is always, "What's it like? What's the emotions like to get through senior year and to know that it's your last ride?"
It's a bittersweet feeling. We have 9 seniors this year, and those girls are like family to me. We really like to go out on the court and just cheer for everything and just play the game that we love, and we do it very well.
You nine have been playing together for so long,
Yeah.
and you're a core group. What's this season been like just to spend it with them and to treasure one last year on the court with them?
Um, when I say that our bond is unmatched, those girls, I mean, are like sisters. We do everything together. One big thing I will say is the locker room before games are always so hype. We're all listening to music and we're all getting ready to go out there and hopefully to come out with a win. And it's a special feeling.
Now this might be hard because I know this Colombiana team has a lot of very high energy players, but who's the hype man, right? Who's the person that always gets you guys fired up?
I will definitely say Ava Heinrich. She goes out there and she is just a huge bundle of energy and she always gets us girls going.
I think if anyone watches Ava play, they wouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah.
Talk about has it sunken in yet that you're a senior? Has the reality hit, or do you think it won't hit until towards the end of the season?
So basically it's our biggest thing is winning, and we always go into practice and work very hard for what we want to accomplish. And our coach always tells us that volleyball is a game of mistakes, and we always walk into practice and we practice how we play. So that's a big thing for us.
We know that this team has very high team goals. What were some goals that you set personally that you wanted to try to accomplish yourself before you graduated?
Yeah, so definitely EOAC, which we accomplished last year, but this year I've um, accomplished diversity. They have me playing outside, middle, and right side in the front row, which I've never done before, and that's been a huge thing. So from freshman year up to senior year, the diversity thing is a big thing for me, and I think I've overcome that really well.
I mean, you're playing everywhere, right? And every kind of position, although they're similar in the front row, it has a little bit of difference to it. What's it like transitioning during a match from all three?
Um, It's it's definitely been a challenge, but my coaches do such a good job in practice working with me, and I'm always that player that's like, "Hey, I need one more rep. I need to keep going. I need to keep pushing myself through this." And the biggest thing is just, in practice before our big games, I'm like, "Hey, like I need to get my reps in. I need to keep on swinging middle because I've never played middle before besides sophomore year. I did play middle, but now this year I'm playing all three. So I'm like, hey, like I need one more rep. And she's like, all right, let's go. And I just keep pushing myself. So,
Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite spot? Right, middle, or outside?
which is funny. It used to be outside, but now that I've been working in middle, it's definitely become middle, which is very surprising.
One of the things I love about getting the stats from your team is, and I tell everyone this when they're asking me about you guys, because all the coaches always ask me, what's Columbiana doing? What's they doing? It's so balanced. You have 4 or 5 girls with 6 to 9 kills a night. What does that do for this offense, knowing that one person doesn't have to go out there and get 15, 16 kills for you guys to succeed?
Yeah, we're really well rounded. I also think that defensively, our back row helps with the offense, and our setters, Cameron Perkins and Ellie Jackson, does a great job setting us up. And I do think that, being so well rounded, that us girls can just know that we don't have to depend on one person and that we could all go out there and just do our thing.
You've already said you put in the extra time for volleyball, and you play volleyball a ton. What do you love so much about it? Because you have to love it to put so much time into it.
Yeah, I also play JO. So the big thing is just the love for the sport that I developed in sixth grade playing JO. I just, never want to be off that court and I always just want to keep working.
Was there a specific moment where you remember it going from just like, "Hey, I like volleyball," to, "Okay, this is serious. I want to really work on volleyball"?
I will say 7th and 8th grade year being back-to-back EOAC champions, that was when I was like, this is what I love to do, and this is what I want to keep doing.
And I want to get a little reflective with you because you come into this program as a freshman. What are some differences that you see from yourself from freshman year Danica to now senior year?
Uh, Freshman year me was very timid and shy. Um, we had a great group of seniors that year, and losing, I think there was 7. We had some big shoes to fill, and coming up now, we also have a big group, and I'm just excited to see where the season takes us now.
With such a big group, all of you guys leaving next year, how much of a importance have you put on trying to set up the next year for success as well, and trying to get those youth players as involved as possible so when you guys graduate, this program does not dip in any way?
Yeah, the Columbiana volleyball program does a great job with the little ones and us right now for the future of the program of volleyball. The one thing I will say is us seniors, we try to just set a great example and be good role models for the younger ones, and I think we're doing that pretty well right now.
Since we got you in the middle of the school day, I want to talk to you about your student part of student athlete and some of your favorite classes to study and things to learn about.
Right now I am definitely loving creative entrepreneurship with Misos. It's a class that's involved Columbiana, and right now it was just on the news. We have a project that we're doing that's going in town in Columbiana where we're setting up a 2-story pavilion, and so the community can come together for sports and sit out there, and I think that's going to be really fun to get my into this year.
When you think of your whole schooling career, what were some classes that really made you work extremely hard to get the grades you got? What were the toughest classes in Columbiana for you?
Definitely anatomy. My teacher, Mr. Severco, he's also a football coach. He's really great. He's super funny. That definitely made me work and pushed me really hard, but it was a great class, and I'm glad I did it.
What about like the hardest tests in Columbiana? What teacher gives you the hardest tests?
I will say, Mr. Severco and anatomy, those tests were, basically like college tests. They were practicals where you would go around and study the bones and have to know what you were learning. And I definitely will say those were really hard, but
Anatomy with a clean sweep.
yeah.
Like it. What about teachers that you think really impacted your journey throughout your schooling career? Teachers that helped you along the way?
Yeah, Mrs. Miso, she's basically like a second mom to me in school here. I'm in her class for 5 periods. She's always there for me when I need her. She's talked to me about certain things that teachers, wouldn't expect students to go to, and she's honestly one of the best role models for a teacher here for me.
When you think of the fact that you get to represent this school and you get to represent the Clippers every night, what makes you so proud that you're able to put on those colors and represent the school system in this community?
Honestly, this entire community is absolutely amazing. I mean, in the gym on volleyball games, we're pulling people that don't even have a kid on the volleyball team that are coming out to support us, and that's a huge thing to see that we're making that impact on them.
Now, on the flip side, what the impact do they have on you? I mean, what kind of energy does this bring the team? We've been to your games. Student section is awesome.
Yeah,
The non-students that are listed, there, you just said it. The people that don't even have kids are just coming to watch what this team's about. What does that do for you guys' energy on the floor?
it honestly is game changing. We have moms like Darby Smith, my mom, Tracy Keggy, out there passing out pom poms to people and getting people rallied up. And Ava Heinrich just got her 1,000th dig, and that brought a huge crowd. Everyone had signs, and it brings a great energy onto the floor for us.
Now, the fact that is definitely something that is almost, I don't want to say unique to Columbiana because there are programs that get a lot of support, but very very rare to see volleyball programs get as much support as you guys get. When you go on the road, I've been on a road game with you guys. What's that like to bring that community on the road and almost kind of freak people out? Like, what's this crowd coming over here to our gym for?
It's great because we know that even though we're not at our home gym, that going on the road into another gym, that our parents and student athletes coming from school, getting people out there being like, hey, like game here, like show up and, bringing this huge student body out there too. Like it's a good feeling to know that like we got like the community behind us and going to support us no matter where we show up at.
So you guys get a good student section. What's your favorite sport to go be a part of the student section for?
Definitely football. I get
Hmm.
really into the football games, and we always get rowdy, and just being there, especially with the new stadium now, like it's a great feeling. So,
What's your favorite student section theme?
oh, we haven't done it yet, but we just came up with Minion Night, so we're all gonna dress up as minions, and I'm so excited for that.
Okay, so who do you think on the team? Because I'm guessing the whole team probably going to be
Yeah.
there. Who has the best minion voice?
Oh, I'm gonna give that to L Church.
All right, we're gonna get her on. And we're gonna put her on the spot, and then if she gets mad at us, we can blame you.
Okay.
Um, what about we'll go best teammate kind of section. Who's the best dancer on the team?
Who? I will give that to Landry Smith. She's always out there on the court, just hitting little moves when the
Hmm.
music's going before the game goes. So I'll definitely give that to her.
And the Columbiana DJ, they got the tunes going, so I'm sure it's easy to dance on the floor in Columbiana. Who has the best taste in music? Do you think on the team?
Mm. I'll say Ava Heinrich.
Hmm. Who's the class clown, the funniest on the team?
L Church. She's so funny.
What about the one that you would trust the most to be a getaway driver, the one that can really, do a lot of special things behind the wheel?
Cameron Perkins.
Opposite, who would you never get in the car with?
Oh, Hannah Hitchcock.
Who has the best style, like swag? The game day fit's always good.
Marin Hepler.
Yeah, I like these are quick answers. You're on fire. What who do you think is the most I don't know, studious or the one that cares about their grades the most?
Lily Hoshauer.
Who is the most locked in, serious? It's go time. Hard to get a cracked smile when it's game time.
Ellie Jackson. She's
Eh,
always working.
Who's the opposite? Who's like the loosest on the team?
I'll give that to Evie Rapp. She's always laughing, and she's making us laugh, and always a great time when you're around her.
That was good. I think we have a diverse answer. Everyone got a little
Yeah.
bit of love. Gotta love it. Okay, so here we have to talk about your future. You're a senior, you're graduating. We don't want to see you go. We love covering you, but you do have to move on to bigger and better things. What is in store in your future after high school?
Yeah, I'm definitely intending on going to college. That I don't know yet, but I plan on maybe going into business or communications for a major and taking that into a career later in life.
Now, I know you said you don't know where you're going yet, but do you have an idea of like, do you want to travel? Do you want to stay close to home? That kind of thing?
I'm a homebody. I love this
Mhm.
community. I love Columbiana. My brother is a freshman, so I'd like to stay, close to here to be back for his sports. And so probably not too far, but we'll see where, life takes me.
Now, no matter where you want to go, are you someone that like wants to leave the nest a little bit and live on their own in college, or do you think that you'll find some comfort in maybe commuting and being somewhere where you can be home and still go to college?
Definitely spread my wings and go a
Mhm.
little bit far, but not but not too far away from home probably.
That being said, like when you're living on your own, what are some day to day things that you think your parents do for you that you're gonna have to learn how to do on your own real quick before you leave the house?
Um, I will say that my mom and my dad just like support me and always will be like texting me like good luck on my games, and they're always there for me when I need them the most. So, going away, like not being able to like go to them and like see what's like happening, like
Mhm.
just like on a phone will be hard, but I think that's also a good thing for myself too.
What's one good home cooked meal that you're gonna miss if
Oh,
you're not home all the time?
my mom's lemon chicken. So
Mm.
good.
Man, I'm sorry getting you hungry right at lunchtime. What about like post game celebration meal? What kind of places do you like to go? Big win celebrating with the team.
Definitely Canes.
That's a couple of people have said that.
Yeah.
Canes are for winners, right?
Yep.
Um, and then I also want to talk about kind of your family. You talked about your parents, but I want to talk about your family as a whole and talk about it and what makes it special to you and what makes it kind of unique in your eyes.
They've developed me into the player that I've become. They support me no matter what, no matter how many hours I'm like, hey, I sixth grade me, I was like, I gotta go here, I gotta go here for, JO, and now I can drive myself, which is really nice. But they support me and made me the player that I've become, and I'm genuinely so thankful for that. And my siblings have always had my back, Ava and Dane. They've always been there for me no matter what. If I like feel like I have a bad game, I go to them and they're like, you played amazing. And I'm like, thank you. Like they're always there for me, and I really appreciate that from my siblings and my parents.
And then as we expand on that, we always end these player profiles with giving the player the chance to kind of spin the limelight onto the people in their support system. I'm sure your village is very big. You have a lot of support. So talk about the people that you wouldn't be where you are without, and send in their shout outs and their thank yous before we get you out of here.
I would like to thank you to the entire Columbiana volleyball program, Coach Peak, Coach Martin, Coach Dangler, and Coach Wilkinson. They've done absolutely everything for us girls, and I'm so sad that this is my last season with them. I would also like to thank seventh and eighth grade Columbiana volleyball coaches for building the future of Columbiana volleyball up to high school when they come in. And then I would also like to thank my grandparents and my mom and dad and my siblings Ava and Dane for making me the player that I've become. I thank them more than they've known that they've done for me. And then lastly, I would like to thank my JO coaches, Coach Casey and Coach Josh, for developing the love of the sport for me in sixth grade. And then Coach Simpson and Coach Hupp for continuing that love now.
All right, Danica, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it a lot. Wish you the best of luck the rest of this senior season, and we hope that we get to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you again